Hi, you guys. I'm here with my friend today, my special friend, and she's going to introduce herself. Your name is
My name is Brittany Starling-Lee.
Brittany Starling-Lee. We've been friends for.
Since ninth grade? I met you
So
in ninth grade?
how old is that? I mean, we graduated 12 years ago.
So that was like
So that's
2009.
about 16 years ago. 16 years?
Yeah, 15, 16 years. Ah, that's crazy, right?
Yeah, because it don't seem like we that old to know
No,
somebody for
15,
16
16
years.
years.
So,
I didn't even think about it.
15 years, because we've been graduated for 12 years.
I know.
Oh, I know that. Ooh, that make you feel kind of old, like
I
to have
know.
a friend for 15, 16 years. But we've been friends for 15, 16 years. It's so much to ask you. I don't know where to start. Let's see. First of all, okay, so if you had to describe yourself in 3 words, what would it be?
Oof.
Just a description.
Myself in 3 words. If I'm being honest with myself, emotional, loving, and overly dedicated.
Okay. Yeah, I can see all
that. Yeah. Overly dedicated, but dedicated, definitely.
Yeah. Okay. I can, yeah, that makes sense. So, I'm just going to cut right to it. This girl is in the Hall of Fame at Sumter High School. Brittany Starling-Lee. Hall of Fame at Sumter High. Mm-hmm. So, when you got the call, when you got the email, how did you know?
So crazy thing is, so I got married back in June, and it was the morning of the wedding. I had a really small, intimate wedding, and I was getting ready, and I got a text message from this unknown number, and they were like, "Hey, Brittany, this is Coach West. I got some news for you if you can give me a call." And then I said, I'm thinking this is something sports related, so I was like, I'm not gonna call right now. I'm about to get married. I don't got time to be thinking about sports. Like,
You said the morning of, right?
The morning of. And then before I could say anything, I got another text from him, and he said, because I told him, I said, hey, look, Coach, I did respond. I'm sorry. I said, hey, look, Coach, can I call you on Monday? I'm actually preparing to get married, literally right at this moment. And he said, oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. But yes, not a problem. We'll talk on Monday. And then I put my phone down and went off again 2 seconds later. And he was like, okay, I couldn't even wait. I feel like this is going to just be the icing on the cake for you, but you're being inducted into the Sumter High School Hall of Fame. And I was in the room, and my family was in there, and I was like, and I told him, and everybody just started screaming and stuff. It was like a really, really big weekend. It was nice. Yeah.
Y'all, when I found out, I was going crazy. I'm so excited.
Asia is super like supportive, period. So like I could see like the message when she texted me, I could picture her tearing up because I know this girl. She's so like, when it comes to her friends and family, she's so into it. Like she's so passionate. She gonna be there. Whether she on time, she's gonna be there. And so when she texted me, I just knew, I'm like, calm your nerve, because I could see her just going off in here. So
I was excited.
Yeah.
Like,
already asked me what time I'm coming, all this stuff.
I said, because I thought you had to pay for the tickets. I was like, I don't care how much they cost. I need you to tell me how much it is. So I'm going to be there. I don't even want to talk about nothing else.
Yeah.
Time and place. And I'm there.
That's Asia.
So, like, do you feel like, was it a long time coming? Or you feel like, dang, I got this early in my, because you're still young.
Yeah. Well, that's a real good question. I'm kind of, if I'm being honest, to me, it did feel like it's a long time coming because I got inducted into my college Hall of Fame 2 years ago. And I guess that kind of makes sense because college is a little bit different. High school, you kind of have to really be like a standout because last year was the first class that Sumter High put in the Hall of Fame in like 10 years.
Right.
So for you to get inducted into that is already like a high achievement. But mentally, I couldn't really wrap my mind around like what was happening because when I got inducted into the college Hall of Fame, I'm like, how I get inducted into my college Hall of Fame before high school? But the more I sat and thought about it and I talked to another friend, I started to realize, though, you got to be like, on top of your game and kind of get this because it's been so long since somebody got inducted. Previously I was like, that's a long time coming. I should have been, because I've done this, and this. I'm saying this to myself. But then now that I got a chance to reflect and actually think about it, no, I'm honored. Like, I'm completely honored. I'm just being honest, completely honored, completely like just thrown off by like the fact that did accomplish enough to get inducted into the Hall of Fame. So that was huge.
Yes. And Brittany, actually, she's very humble, but I'm going to pop it for her.
Yeah.
I've been saying this. I've been saying, this is my celebrity friend. This is my friend that's in the WNBA.
She said
I've
that.
Been saying,
I did not play in the WNBA, but she has been saying that our entire, since we've known each other pretty much.
Like, this ain't nothing new. I was excited, but I was like, yeah, like this. I was excited, but I wasn't surprised.
Right. That's you. Yep.
Like,
she's been giving me my flowers for a long time.
Girl, you been her. Like, what are we talking about? So, how did your family feel?
They are. So when you say that, I think about my mom and my husband. So my mom, like I said, she was in the room when I found out, and like she's still just smiling from ear to ear. Like she's super, super happy. I know she can't wait till I post something about it. Like she's waiting. My husband, my husband is, when I say like a true supporter of mine, like he threw me a retirement party.
Yes.
You know, and
he did such a wonderful job.
Yeah, and if anyone, if you know my husband, he is not much of he's not really a talker. He's very reserved and laid back. But him throwing me that party was like, it was amazing. So obviously, him knowing that I'm going to some of the high school Hall of Fame, he's bouncing off the wall. He's excited. So dope, he's super excited. He's happy. So
we so proud. Like it's like a feeling of like a celebrity.
Because it's big, because if you think about like the history of Sumter High School and, the fact that it was the first high school here in town and kind of just how it started when it was, a little bit more segregated and things like that. And the fact that I am amongst a group that's getting inducted into the Hall of Fame. I'm the youngest. I'm the only girl in this class, so that's, I don't know, man. That's, I don't know. That's awesome. I honestly, I'm at a loss. I don't know what I'm gonna say on the day of because I'm at a loss of words. I don't know what to say.
And that is it's an achievement, of course, for you to be in the Hall of Fame. Mm-hmm. But you know how big it is to be the only woman, the youngest. Yeah. Like not only did you make it, you at the top of your game as far as a woman,
right?
Like at an early age.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like accomplishments and then the extra.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And to say I retired 3 years ago.
This girl retired. This girl had me at a retirement party. Y'all, let me tell y'all. When I got the invitation to the retirement party, I was like, we going to retirement parties at 27 years old?
Right.
This girl done did it. Like, she done did it. So you played overseas.
Mm-hmm.
How was this, man?
Playing overseas was, it was literally life-changing. I met some amazing people from different cultures, different backgrounds, obviously different countries and cities. I've lived in, I've played in and traveled to some of the most beautiful places that, I could ever imagine. It was hard because, you go over there and you're so used to the way of living over there is so different. The architecture is so different. The daily life is so different. It's just the way they live is so different. And it's like everywhere you look on a corner, there's a cathedral. And I was a huge, huge fan of the architecture. Like I just love going to cathedrals. I love the big, big doors of cathedrals. But it's just everything was so beautiful. It was really hard to say that I was done because once you've been over there and you see that, you live that every single day, and just the way you operate over there every single day, and then you come back, not to say I don't love being home. I'm not saying that, but when you come back and you don't have that cathedral every corner, and you don't have coffee shops that you can walk to in a city center left and right, and you don't have bike riding here, and like, it's tough. Mm-hmm. So it was a little rough, because I would still come home in the summers. But it was a rough adjustment just being home permanently. I'm still kind of adjusting, honestly, just the way I feel. But it was the most fun I've had in my life. Like it was beautiful. It was my life. I lived in these countries, by myself.
What country did you visit?
So I played basketball for 4 years in Belgium. I did a season in Finland. I did a season in Brazil, and in between there, I've been in the Netherlands. So I've been in Amsterdam. I've been in Rotterdam. I've been in France. So I've been to Paris. I've been to Versailles. Italy. I've lived in Piacenza for a training camp. I've been to, oh my goodness, see, I'm about to draw a blank. I've been to the Vatican. I've been in Spain. Goodness, Germany. I love Germany. Germany's beautiful. I've been to Cologne in Germany. I'm drawing a blank, but yeah, those are.
I've been telling a girl she was a celebrity when she was in high school.
Yeah.
And she be like, go ahead. All my friends think I don't know, they be acting like they're so tired of me.
Extra.
But I just be telling them what I see.
And she speaks. She'll speak life over you whether you speak it or not. She will. Asia speaks life over you. She does. Okay.
So what brought you back home? Like, it was great. You had a good time. Mm-hmm. What made you come back?
So I stopped playing in 2021. So I was coming off of the COVID year. And if you thought being in America was tough with COVID, try being in a foreign country, not home, and you're by yourself during COVID. The pandemic was rough. So what ended up happening was the pandemic ended. It started in 2020. So that cut my season short. I was in the middle of a season in 2020. Okay. Cut the season short, came back home. I decided to go back later in 2020 when they kind of started opening things up a little bit, when they were trying to figure out how it was going to work. I go back over there for the 2020-2021 season. We make it a couple of games in. They shut the season down again because we had another outbreak of COVID. Now, thankfully, none of my teammates did. I didn't. But other teams had started having some COVID breakouts, so they shut our season down again. So all we could do was practice. It was hard to get paid because the money wasn't rolling in, obviously. Right. So, no we're over there. We know, we love what we do, but at the end of the day, we're in a foreign country. We're here to make our money, So if you take the money aspect away, I can send me home, So, but we decided to, most of us decided to stick it out over there, and we just trained together the best way we could while still kind of being socially distanced for the most part. Went through that season, but honestly, it had already taken so much out of me. Like, it was rough. And to be honest with you, a huge part of it as well, that kind of, I just miss being with, at the time he was my boyfriend. But, his name is Steven. I hated being away from him. I hated leaving him. And actually, he came to visit me in 2020. So when COVID happened, we were together in Belgium and we were able to travel back home together. So that was a blessing. But it had already just taken so much out of me. I was getting to the point where my body was just like, I was still able to, to play at a high level, but I could just feel certain things that were becoming normal occurrences. I was dealing with a lot of Achilles tightness and soreness, which is really, really hard to get through sometimes. My knees, it was just a lot on my body at that point. Because you're talking about not just playing seasons for 5 years straight, but you're also spending 12 hours on a plane to get to and from, 6 hours on a plane here and there. And that stuff wears on your body. And, I always told myself I wanted to make sure I was able to walk myself down the aisle. I didn't want to be limping or hunched over or anything like that because I tried to go too far or too long. So yeah, that kind of led me to saying, after 2021, this is going to be my last year. I didn't want to leave him anymore. And they wanted me to stay. There were teams that were begging me to stay. But I'd already checked out.
Yeah,
That's good.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Now, speaking of this man, how is the married life? Like, being young and newly married. Mm-hmm. She has only been married for how many months?
6 months.
6 months. Mm-hmm. So this is brand new.
Yeah.
How does it feel?
Honestly, for us, we're still learning. There's some things that we're both still learning as far as like, making sure we're communicating, and that kind of thing. But to be 1,000% honest, it's really not that much that changed. I learned a lot about myself in the sense that I need to be a little bit more patient. I'm not the most patient. He is. Yeah. So there's just that learning of us still kind of figuring that part out because, things that we would have done before can't necessarily do now. There's a lot more communication that has to go into it and, figuring life out together. But honestly, it's nice. We're enjoying it. Yeah. Loving it. Yeah, we're happy.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah, we're very happy.
How was your wedding planning process? Like, how people are like, it's stressful, it's this and the third. How was the wedding planning?
Honestly, our wedding planning really wasn't bad because what we decided to do, because initially we were going to elope. We weren't going to have a wedding at all. We had been saying that since, for a year. I had been saying that before I met him, And then I met him, and we both were kind of on the same page. Like, yeah, we just want to elope. But we just kind of sat and thought that, we got family members that are getting older and that kind of thing, and we're like, we're the oldest of our little family. So I have a younger brother. He has 2 younger brothers, and we were like, all right, let's just do something. Yeah. You know what I mean? So we decided to do a really, really small, intimate wedding in Charleston, and we just had our parents, our grandparents, and our siblings, and our plus ones, and that was it, honestly. And it was, it really, really wasn't that bad. I can see where wedding planning is stressful for most, especially for those who decide to do the big, beautiful, extravagant weddings. That wasn't really something we wanted to do, but it was still a lot of things to think about. Yeah. You know what I mean? It was a lot to think about. It was, okay, where we're going to have it, how we're going to have people positioned, are we going to do dinner afterwards? Yeah. How are we going to take pictures? Like, it wasn't as bad as I thought. It was still a lot to kind of like consider and think about, and things still cost regardless. Mm-hmm. Whether you try to do something simple or not, you're still going to have to pay some money. But honestly, it came out beautiful, and everything we did was amazing. So
that's good. We loved it. And she also has a new little bundle of joy.
Yeah, my baby.
How is motherhood?
Whew, now motherhood now.
So, how old is he?
He will be 11 months in 3 days.
This is all new. This is like you're still.
This year has been a year. Oh, this has been an interesting year. My son is 11 months old. Motherhood is a job. I love my child with all my heart. That is my heart in human form. That is my baby. But it does take a lot out of you. Mm-hmm. It really does. Because when they talk about mom guilt, it's real. Mm-hmm. I'm working. So I'm teaching and I'm coaching. And then I still want to make sure I have something left to pour into my baby, even though I'm not seeing him until after 6 o'clock. Mm-hmm. So after I've been up all day, I've been working, I've been coaching, I've been doing this stuff, and I come home, I got 2 hours to spend with my baby before he has to go to bed for the, I'm trying to make sure I have something there for him. And it's a lot. It's a lot, especially as they're getting older. Right now he's super busy. He's in the kitchen cabinets. He's in the bathroom. He's trying to go up the stairs. He's everywhere. Motherhood it's a journey. Let's just say that. Yeah, motherhood is a journey because it takes a lot out of you, and you want to make sure you're giving your child everything that you can, because in the back of your mind, you're thinking about your childhood. So you don't want to take away from anything he could have, but you also don't want to do too much, but you want to make sure he has just enough. And then I need to make sure I'm present, especially breastfeeding. That's a whole nother journey, because you're literally giving your body to your child, because that's all day. Because even though I'm not with him all day, I still have to pump. Yeah. So motherhood it's definitely a journey, but it's a beautiful one. I wouldn't trade it for nothing, because I love my child so much. I love seeing him grow. He's growing so fast. But yeah, motherhood is definitely a beautiful journey, but it is a job. It is definitely a job. So it's been a journey.
So how was the baby shower? We asked about the wedding. How is baby shower planning?
That is a different story.
Beautiful baby shower.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be the one to tell you. It was so nice. It was so pleasant. It was decorated so pretty. I love the game. Like, it was a nice baby shower. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. See, Asia knows me. I don't like to do too much. I'm very chill.
When I walked in.
Yeah. Well,
I was actually surprised when I walked in the baby shower, because I was like, "Oh, Brittany is big." Because she's not just like me. I ain't got time for all that.
Yeah, I'm not. Look, we got to do this. Let's just keep it simple, Yeah. But no, I paid this lady to decorate because she did a beautiful job. She really did. And honestly, I did. Once I actually got there and I saw that, I was like, oh. Okay, I like this. It was a headache just because it was so much that kind of went into that too, because I wanted to make sure everyone had a good time. There was a downside. I think that the place that we rented, wasn't a huge fan of it. It kind of, they kind of rushed us towards the end. I didn't like that. I didn't like that too much. There are a few things I would have changed about it. But overall, I thought it was beautiful. I was able to see family and friends. I was able to be there with them and to, talk with them, take pictures, all that kind of stuff like that. We had people pouring into us. There were people pouring into us before we even got there.
Mm-hmm.
Making sure, did we need anything, that kind of thing. Like we had friends that actually contributed in different ways to what it was, and overall it was really, really nice. But of course, we have another baby. There's some things that's gonna be different, but yeah, the baby shower was beautiful, but that was probably just as much of a headache as the wedding planning, honestly.
It was nice, y'all.
Yeah,
it was really, really nice.
Thank you.
Wedding, super cute. Like I was looking. One thing about me and my friends, on that wedding day, we was at our phones.
Yeah,
we called each other. She sent a picture here. What she did?
They wanted the pictures. Okay, let us.
Baby.
Yes.
You didn't give us the baby. Where the baby?
This girl texted me. I was in the hospital bed, and she said, "Girl, where's the baby?
Where's the baby? If you give me a date and I don't hear from you, I'm gonna let it slide a little bit.
Yeah.
Day 2 or 3?
It was. I think it was day 2 that you texted me.
Where's the baby?
Yeah. That was like.
I don't even want to talk to you. Where's the baby?
She definitely did. I'm in the hospital bed. I'm like, oh my God, let me get a picture of this boy.
I need to see the baby. Like, we love babies.
Yeah.
Okay, so 30.
Mm-hmm.
30 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Wife.
Mm-hmm.
Mom.
Mm-hmm.
Retired
mm-hmm.
player.
Mm-hmm.
Hall of Fame.
Mm-hmm.
Like, have you ever just sat with yourself and just been like, dang.
Ooh, that is
30.
I love that you asked that, because I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think I have, because this year has been so fast. Because that all happened, but I also switched jobs twice this year.
I remember.
I switched jobs twice. So there was all this change happening in 1 year. And it was like literally, it was one from the other to the other to the other. It was, I had a baby in January. I quit my job in April. Got a new job in April. I quit that job in August. Got a new job in August. But backtrack, I got married in June, so I was planning the wedding through all of that. Honestly, because of that, I don't think I have had a chance to sit and self-reflect, because everything has just been going so fast.
Yes.
My husband and I, we haven't had, we didn't do a honeymoon. We're going to wait. I wanted to wait until I was done breastfeeding, because I want to be able to just sit for hours and not have to worry about pumping and storing milk and getting it back to make sure it's cold and all that stuff. I didn't want to have to worry about that. So we're going to do that next year. But like I said, because of all that, it's been really hard to slow down and to self-reflect, because everything is like this.
Yeah.
You go from getting up in the morning, getting the baby ready, getting yourself ready, dropping him off at daycare, going to work, working all day, coaching till 6 o'clock on a practice day, 8 o'clock if it's a game day. Going home to be mom, turning around, doing it right at the next, I have not had a chance to self-reflect. And I don't know when, I'm not sure when it's going to all hit me.
Yeah.
I don't know. Because it's been such a crazy, crazy year. This is actually the first time I've sat and talked about it, honestly, like the way I am. I talk to my husband, we talk every night, of course, but to actually sit, because that's when you ask me questions, I'm like, ooh, that's a good one, because I'm actually now, it's like the wheels are turning, but I don't think I've had a chance to self-reflect. But just saying it out loud, it's been a year. 2024 has been a year for me, but hopefully it'll hit me. Maybe it'll hit me on the ceremony night. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm gonna tell you a quick story, but not to say too much. Me and Brittany and a couple of our friends went out to eat one night, and I promise you, we was talking about the same stuff. Do you remember?
I'm trying to think.
Remember, I always said, I was like, do you remember that you actually said you were?
You've said that before,
stuff.
You've said, and Asia remembers everything. Now, me on the other hand,
let me tell you, I don't remember everything. However,
she
when
remembers.
It comes to
I don't.
Them and what they're
speaking about,
their emotions and something that's bothering them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna sit there and I'm gonna take it all in, because I need, as a friend, I need to see how I can help you, or see when it does come to pass, because everything that you go through gonna come to pass.
Mm-hmm.
I need you to say, you remember you wanted this?
You said that is you. You said that. So
I don't remember everything, but when it comes to just important of my friends and my family, I'm gonna try to be on top of that. That's probably why I can't remember little stuff. My mind is so bad.
Yeah. But when it comes to, I noticed that about you though. When it comes to that kind of thing, you're right. You do remember that stuff. You are.
And we were talking, and she said all these things, and she said it. I said it. Our other friends said, we were all talking. It wasn't just a one-sided conversation. We were all talking. crying and talking,
knowing us,
just
yeah.
talking. And to see this girl, I'm gonna say, was it within a year? Maybe it like all started like the next year. It was
Mm-hmm.
everything that she said.
Mm-hmm.
So growing up, right, being from Sumter, being
Mm-hmm.
just, were you like practicing every day, like before something happened, before you
Mm.
got to that point?
Okay.
What led you to this? Like,
So and you know, it's funny, as I'm coaching, I talk to my players about this all the time. I didn't do anything extra.
mm-hmm.
I didn't do anything. I wasn't putting in any extra work. I wasn't training on the side with anyone. I wasn't. I really, literally, what I was doing was just raw, God given talent. I hadn't put in any extra work in. Like, I used to just, because I didn't think about it. I didn't take it. I was just having fun.
Yeah.
I wasn't really working to try to get to this level, this level, this level. I don't think I really started taking things seriously until I made friends at Crestwood.
Mm-hmm.
So there's some people I knew from Crestwood, and it came to me about playing AAU basketball.
Mm-hmm.
And I played a year. I played 1 year. That'd have been my junior year of high school. And being around other people that have this vision for themselves. You know what I mean? Like, you see, I'm gonna just sit that on there, you know? Yes. Being around other people that have a vision will literally change something in you.
Yes.
When you surround yourself with people that want to be better and they want to be great, it awakens something in you that you didn't even know was there. Because I didn't. Yeah. I was just like, oh, all right, let's go play. Word, let's do it.
That's a word.
You know? And so I go play with these girls, and, you know, I'm playing with some girls from Crestwood here in Sumter, but we also have teammates from Columbia. And now you think these girls from Crestwood are motivated. These Columbia girls, who I'd never seen or met before, they got a different gear. Mm-hmm. It's crazy to think from city to city, we're not that far apart, but the differences in the mindset of what they wanted to do and what they were trying to do. They knew what they wanted. Yeah. And they were working towards it. And that's the first time I think I ever took basketball serious. And I was a junior in high school at this point. Yeah. So could I have waited any later? My goodness. Yeah. And so super grateful that I met them, because meeting them led me to meet our AAU coach, Coach Gibson, who is another one. He played college ball. So then now I'm surrounding myself with someone else who had already done what I was about to do and didn't know that I was about to do. You know, and I think that changed me. And from there, then I started putting in extra work. I was driving to Columbia every day because I'm trying to get better. Like, I want to be able to compete with those girls. Yeah. Like, you know. And so that ended up happening. We played one season of AAU together that summer. And the calls started coming in like this. The recruiting started coming in like this. It came in. I mean, it was just like 2 weekends. And I was like, what the heck? Like, what? You know? And so, yeah, I ended up getting recruited heavily by a lot of schools. And, you know, I decided to go at USC Upstate. I went to visit, decided to go at USC Upstate. I signed my letter of intent. Next week is when I tore my ACL. Mm-hmm. So I'd worked, been at a high, and then boom, it was over. Mm-hmm. Right? Blessing be, I thought it was over. Mm-hmm. Blessing be that, for one, I signed my letter of intent. Even though the coaches, they were like, we were going to recruit you anyway. That ain't, because people come back from this. Like, you know, that wasn't like that was season ending, career ending. If you work hard enough, no, not at all. So, yeah, I missed my entire senior year, but I already signed my letter of intent. So all I did that whole year was basically rehab and work to strengthen my knee, to get back into game shape, to get, you know, to do the best I could at least. Then I was off to college. That was that. Hindsight, like I try to tell these hard-headed kids now, you know, I got to that point not doing anything. And then it clicked later. So had I taken it serious early on, imagine the possibilities. Yeah. You know, and if I didn't wait till I was a junior, imagine the possibilities if I had taken it serious early, you know. So, but either way, what God had in store for me was for me, because at the end of the day, you know, it still led me to where I am and to do the things that I had done, you know, in spite of all that. But, you know, as far as the preparation early on prior to that, there was none. Yeah. I was just having fun. I was just playing basketball, you know.
And, you know, that's the scripture. It's something like, your gift will make room for you, or something like that.
Yep.
So that's like listening to it. That just seemed like how
it
like
just
you was just having fun, but you ended up being in the Hall of Fame.
It was already written.
Yeah,
that's the thing. I just didn't know it, but I had to go tap into it. Yeah.
That's so it's inspiring. Like it's so inspiring. And you said something like when you get in a room with y'all, when you get in a room, my dad used to say, if you're the smartest person in the room, you need to get out that room. You can't learn nothing in there. They can't teach you nothing. Get out that room. Go be with people that you want to inspire. Don't be with you. Of course, you can still hang around your friends. That's not what I'm saying. But somebody gotta be teaching me something. Yeah, teach me something.
It got me to the point now where I'm still constantly trying to learn something. Like there's so much to learn, and all I can think about is I want to pour back into my child because I want him to grow and learn this stuff early as well. Not that I'm gonna like be that crazy parent. I hope not. But the fact that I am still like I love and Asia knows me. Like she buys me books. Like she's bought me books for as a gift because I do like to learn. I do like to read, and whether it's something to inspire me or just something just to read in general, I just feel like I'm doing something. I'm learning something. It's causing me to think in a different way, and I think that helps us grow and mature and develop as well because if you feel like you've already made it, then But I feel like you can never truly be there because our minds are still constantly growing and developing every single day. And all I can think about is just pouring back into my baby and, teaching him this stuff and seeing him grow and mature and learn these things the same way I did. So that's kind of what I keep in mind. But you definitely, being in a room with people who have a different mindset, who have a vision for themselves and who want to grow and that kind of thing, again, like for me, I tapped into something I didn't even know was there. It's like it woke me up. Like right away, and then I got competitive. Like, no, I want to be, you know what I mean?
You don't want to be average.
Absolutely not.
And I just was listening to Jamal Bryant. He was saying something like, when God sends you in a room, don't act like you own the room. Act like you own the building. Don't sell your short self. Like, don't sell your. Yeah.
That's good.
Don't sell yourself short.
Yeah.
If God put you in the building, it's not just a room. That's not how He operates. That's not what it is.
Right.
And I was like, oh, that's good.
That is good.
Okay. For me, Brittany, I always tell Brittany, like, when I'm not frustrated, but when I need a very humble, calm, and I need the truth, I call Brittany.
Right.
Like, she just, even when I need, like, a spirit, like, it's something, how you just be with people and you kind of know their spirit, so if I want to still be mad about it a little bit, I'm going to call my best friend. Right. But when I'm trying to calm down or see it from a spirit, like as I'm growing, the things I experience, I will call Brittany for. And that's the kind of people you need to be around.
Which is crazy because the way I'm in my head.
Right. And she be like, when I tell her that, I'm like, I call you because I need you to.
Yeah.
I have a very high regard for her. I do.
Wow.
And so, but she'll be like, girl, what? and it's so good about our friendships because we all like that. Like, oh, girl, like we'll say so much good things about each other, and the person that you're talking to be like, relax.
Like, right, yeah, like, okay, wait a minute.
You don't know what I'm going through. I'm barely making it. Relax. But how do you feel? I know you said, about the girls in Columbia inspiring you, but how do you feel your actual circle, the people that you knew, did they play any, or no? Did they play any part of you getting here?
Absolutely. I feel like, honestly, even prior to me meeting these girls, like I was, was I around people that wanted to necessarily play college ball? No, not at all. But I felt like I was around people that wanted the best for Brittany, who didn't want to see Brittany do something stupid. Not that I was that kind of person or player or anything like that, but I was around people that I knew that, my parents would be okay with me being around them. Because I had very high regard for my parents. Like the way I was raised, like I wasn't doing no sleepovers.
Yeah.
I wasn't hanging out, and I had a job and everything. I couldn't hang out at people's houses. I was a good student and everything. I just couldn't, but obviously, I know why they were the way they were. Because, you want to be protective. You got to protect your kids, absolutely. But when I think back to it, things like that, there's only two people whose houses that I stayed at as a high schooler. One was yours, and one was Shardae's, another friend of ours. And I think that says something about, because knowing that my parents were okay with that kind of let me know that I was in the right place. Because I could tell you right now, they'd be like, "You gonna leave that house right now," because they weren't. My parents were not having that. Even as a high schooler, they were not having that. You know. But no, truly, even to this day, I do feel like I had the right circle around me. I had people around me that allowed me to be me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I didn't have to put on for anything. Like, I didn't have to, like, fake anything or fake a smile and that kind of thing. I could be emotional around y'all.
Yeah.
I could tell y'all things and not feel guilty about, like, that kind of thing. And I could just have fun.
Yes.
It was always fun. It was always good vibes. Like, we always have a good time when we're together. And that's just something that I just remember, period. Like, you know what I mean? And even every time I would come back home, we always made sure, to this day, like, we always make sure we get together. And it's just a good feeling. It's a good vibe, and we can just be ourselves. It feels like being kids again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, and it feels good. It feels home. It feels natural. And that's something that I always loved about my circle.
Yeah. Just like, I feel that same way. Like, with my best friend, I always tell her, like, "Oh, D, you're a wonderful mother. You did this. I'm so proud of you." Like, all of our friends, my friend D Rose, Sade, Jake, like, everybody's doing something. And everybody, like, we don't have no friends that just,
right.
Like, it's such good in all of them. Everybody's just doing their thing, and so I think that matters.
Absolutely.
And Brittany used to come to my house. So my house right by the high school.
Literally.
So I had a lot of company. After practice, before practice, whatever, however it went.
We gonna go hang out at Asia's house because we just go chill.
And it was like a thing with my parents, like they knew. Like,
the car's outside. She got friends at the house hanging out before practice.
Like, it's just what it was. Like,
Sure
whatever.
Did.
And it turned into 15 years. Because I think we're still friends with everybody who used to go there, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, it turned in.
And then it's like, when you say that out loud, 15 years, it's like,
it's half our life.
That's literally half our life. What?
I'm 30 and she's 30. Like, half our life.
Yeah.
So friendships are possible when it's longevity to where even if I don't agree with you.
Right.
But I still love you.
Right.
Like,
and that's okay.
I'm right there.
Yep.
And we're growing up. That's okay.
That's okay.
You don't have to talk to your friend every day. That's not how that works.
Absolutely.
When you're grown, it's not how it works.
Right.
So that's
But you pick that phone up, they're gonna be right there. Plain and simple.
So anybody young watching this, it starts with your circle. Make your circle now. So you won't have to go through. Just make your circle now.
And that way it's authentic, because when you do reach the high of highs, the ones that you know are there have been there when you were not even close to where you are.
Yeah.
Like, y'all were there. I remember I tore my ACL, and we all had I don't know if you were there, but I think it was a group of us. And I just remember we were all hanging out we were at Sade's house. I think we had a sleepover. And I remember I didn't even have surgery on my knee yet. But I'm out there running around trying to be like, just trying to have fun. And, it just brings back memories of just being able to, like I said, just be yourself. And then, majority of that group, I'm still very tight and cool with to this day.
And y'all, we would link up at Sonic. We didn't set in Sonic.
In the Sonic parking lot. It doesn't matter. Cookout. We used to hang out at Cookout.
It ain't gotta be nothing expensive. Come to each other's house.
And we just talk for hours.
Yes.
We all would just sit and we just talk for hours. And that's how when you can just sit and not have to worry about going here, going there, doing this and doing that. When you can just sit and be in good company and talk and learn something from that talk and grow and inspire each other. Yeah. That's huge, man. That's huge.
When let's say you had to introduce yourself.
Uh-oh.
I'm not gonna make you do it because she don't want to do it, y'all.
Yeah.
Would you speak? My name is Brittany Starling-Lee. I'm a mother. I'm a wife. I'm a Hall of Fame. I'm retired. Like, are you ever going to one day be like, yeah, I'm here?
You know what? I think so.
Yeah, you should.
Let me be honest. I think one reason why I to this day I struggle. Like, I have no idea what I'm gonna say in the speech to accept this, but the thing about me is I've always felt that people didn't care, so I'm gonna just be who I am anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And when I say people don't care, not that they don't care about me,
Mm-hmm.
but that, what I'm doing or what I've done is so minute to the greater scheme of life and
Mm-hmm.
everything everyone else has going on.
Mm-hmm.
To me, in my mind, I've always felt like nobody cares. Just do your thing. Like, you know what I mean? Like, literally, that's how I felt. So I guess to me, I'm always like, okay.
And we do care.
And people care.
But I understand your feeling, because I remember I told you, I was like, I thought it was small because I was going through something and she was having a baby, so I didn't even tell her. I was just like,
and I'm mad. I'm like, I don't care.
This ain't got nothing to do with this baby.
Girl.
I don't. This is so small to you. You're having a baby. We'll talk about it later. That's how I feel.
Meanwhile, it's a big deal.
Yeah.
Like, we need to know. But I don't know. I think, honestly, I do hope that someday I get to that point. And I think I will.
Yeah.
I do. I think I will. But honestly, I think what's going to happen, it's going to be something, it's going to hit me at an interesting time. And I think I'm going to be able to, like, stand up on something. Like I said, it could be at a ceremony. I don't know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I just see myself.
That's how you should start it off.
Yeah.
Hello, my name is Brittany Starling-Lee. I am a mother, a wife, a retired overseas player, and I am something high Hollywood. What?
Oh, that's good. I might have to start it off
Girl,
like that.
what?
And I think in that moment, it might hit.
I'm gonna read it.
I hope it hits because I wanna feel it. I do. I wanna feel it, and I do. I'm not saying I don't feel it, but I really wanted to hit.
Yeah.
So I can be like, I did that.
Yeah.
I did. So.
And when she get rich.
Okay.
I'm not even gonna be surprised. I'm gonna be like, Brittany, I told you this. I've been saying this for 15, 20 years. I always told this girl this. I don't even know why she. Like she could have been saying it because I've been saying it.
You have. I don't know. I guess I've always operated like, yeah, we'll see.
I just said, this is my celebrity friend.
She literally, yes, I do remember that. I do.
All the time.
I do. She literally would tell her family, yeah, did she plays in the WNBA? I'm like, please. I'm like, no, I didn't. Don't listen to that.
To this day. You remember my friend that played in the WNBA? To this day. And that's how they know her. Like, if I be like, my friend Brittany, they be like, okay, which one is that? The one that's playing in the WNBA. They be like, okay.
I'm like, don't listen to her. No, I didn't.
Okay. Yes. Okay. So, to end it, I always ask this question.
Mm-hmm.
You have to name 3 of your friends, and what do you feel like their best quality is, like, for you?
Oh, my goodness. 3 of my friends, and what I feel like their best quality.
This is our annual little question.
Okay. I'm going to have to start with my husband, for one. Because my husband that man is my best friend. Like, literally, I tell him all the time, I don't just love you. Like, I like you. Mm-hmm. I really enjoy being around you. I really enjoy talking to you. I love spending time with him. Like, I like being around my husband.
Mm-hmm. What's his best quality? Like, if you had to pick just one.
Patience.
Okay.
Because I have 0, he has it all. Yeah. And I lean on him so heavy for his patience. When I'm like wired up and I'm trying to I gotta do this, I lean on him heavy because I need him to bring me back. Mm-hmm. Because I know I cannot function in that space 24/7. Because I will literally, I've already done it. I will drive myself crazy. Yeah. So I lean on him heavy for that. So for my husband, you said one word to describe him, or you said the best quality?
The best quality.
Best quality.
Said patience.
Yeah, his is gonna be for him is definitely gonna be his patience. But he is the most. That's a tough one because he's the most kind-hearted person as well too. But I'm gonna say his patience. My God, you're gonna make me narrow it down. 2, I'm gonna say Benjamin Smalls. So Benjamin is my son's godfather. Okay. And we met from working at the YMCA together for years. I remember. Yep. His quality is when I need not sound advice, when I need honest, real, raw, the truth, like you're being ridiculous, kind of like, you know what I mean, kind of advice, energy, that's who I go to. Because Ben is older than I am, so he's, Ben's also played college basketball. He's coached at a collegiate level. He's got 3 kids, so he's got a daughter that's going through the recruiting process in basketball herself. So he's been literally and doing literally what I'm doing, what I've done, and trying to, that kind of thing. So he gives me the truth, and I'm gonna say his best quality is his honesty.
Mm-hmm.
He is the most honest, whether I want to hear it or don't. He will tell me in a second, Brittany, I hear you.
Mm-hmm.
This is why you're wrong.
Mm-hmm.
All right? This is why you're wrong. I hear you.
You need friends like that.
And I appreciate that because I want to tell me, because I might be being crazy. Maybe I'm in my head, which I tend to be in my head. But I want to know the truth. Don't sugarcoat it. Tell me what's real.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And my third one, and not because you're sitting here, but I'm gonna go with you. Oh, you are so you are so annoying. But and I'm honest, not because you're sitting here, but honestly, I'm gonna go with you. Your best quality to me, Asia, is honestly it's your heart. Stop, because if you start, I'm gonna start. Don't do that. Don't do that, because if you start, I'm gonna start. But honestly, I'm gonna say your heart because I've seen you in literally your most vulnerable states where you put somebody else before you. And I don't know how you do that, because I know me, I'm like, man, no, I'm tired. I'm not going. I've literally seen this girl literally pretend like, pretend's not the right word, but put her, whatever she's going through, and I'm talking about heavy stuff, put her stuff to the side to try to help a friend or to be there for a friend. And to me, there's not many people that would do that, because I think nowadays we live in the age of it's all me, me, me. But you have never been a me, me, me person. You have always put everybody else before yourself. And sometimes I get mad at you for that, because I did get mad at you. I'm like, don't you ever. But you know, it's very rare to have somebody like that in your corner. Somebody you don't have to talk to every single day. Stop it. You don't have to talk every single day, but you know that this girl is there. You know what I mean? And there's like, I'm talking about intentional. Not just there to be a part of. I'm talking about intentional. She's supportive. She's loving. Like she gonna support you. She don't care where it's at, what time it's at. She's trying to be there. And you can just feel it. You know how sometimes, like, you know, you'll say something and you share something and people are like, oh, you know, okay, like, you know, that's amazing, or congrats. No. When this girl, whether you're on the phone with her, whether you're in person or you're texting her, that emotion, you know, is true. And I can literally visualize what she's doing as she's typing this message. Like, oh my God, y'all, okay, wait, no, I got to find out.
Whoever in the room is.
So I'm going, honestly, Asia, I'm going to say your best quality for me is definitely your heart. Like, you're such a kind-hearted person. Like, you're, honestly, you and Steven both, y'all are both so selfless. It makes me mad. Like, I don't understand it. But I too, honestly, though, you give me a good blend of Steven and Ben as well, because I know you too, if I need the truth, you're going to tell me the truth, which I appreciate, because I think sometimes we don't want to hear that. But you have to have somebody in that corner, because how else are you going to evolve? If you think that I'm right, there is no room for growth for you. There is nothing, like, what do you need us for? If you feel like you're doing everything right, there's nothing that we can do. But when you have somebody that'll tell you, there's always that room for growth and maturity. And you need that. You absolutely need that. Especially in society today, especially as a Black woman, you know what I mean? Especially as a young individual, period. Like, you need that. So.
Okay, girl. Oh, God.
All right. I'm done.
And the next part is the last part. You can ask me any question that you would like.
Okay. What makes Asia happy?
Y'all, somebody asked me that, and I was like, I don't know.
I know somebody asked you.
I
did it on purpose. I did it on purpose.
I think that for me, and this probably sounds crazy, y'all, but for me, taking care of my mama, for me.
I knew you was going to say it. I knew it.
Like,
I knew you were going to say something along the lines of that. So go ahead.
I don't know. Like, it brings joy to me that stand up. I'm like, that makes me happy. And I'm, it's like not a child, but kind of like a child. It's like your baby, right? If they get sick or something, and you literally saw them down. Now she back at work. Now she gaining weight. Now she
looking good, looking like her. Yeah.
It just brings. It comes with life, but it brings so much joy. Like, that's what makes me happy. And you about to hate this answer, but being an active friend, seeing my friend, like,
I
I'm so
know
happy
you
for
so
her.
well.
I'm so happy for her.
I
Like,
know you so.
I'd be so happy. When my best friend moved in her house, I was literally happy. When she got married, I was literally happy. Like, those things make me happy.
I knew you was gonna say this.
And somebody was like, okay, but you, like, what do you?
And I was about to say that because I knew you was gonna do this.
And I don't know. I guess reading makes me happy. I love Valentine's Day. Because I just like to see people get their gift. You know how people just be so happy on Valentine's Day. And everybody be in love. And at your jobs, they be sending flowers and stuff. Everybody be happy. And that's why I love Valentine's Day. What makes me happy? I don't know. And that's so crazy. Just being my mama up here with me. Like, that brings me joy. With my friends, their accomplishments, and the fact that another thing that made me happy that maybe it's not so selfish.
Okay, thank you.
I get happy when my friends or my family trust me with something. Like, they think enough of me to call me when they ain't told nobody else. Or, I need to tell you something, but don't say. Like, one of my friends called me wise before, and I thought that was the biggest compliment I ever got. I was like, oh, she's like, when I call you, I always give advice. You're so wise. You know, like that made me happy that y'all trust me with whatever, and that y'all know if I'm not there, it's something.
Absolutely,
like it's
that
something.
Is definitely
I don't even care where it's at. Like, if I got to get on the plane, I'm gonna get on the plane. Like Ashley Riley, what happened? What's going on? Okay, you having that? I went to Dallas, like, you know what I'm saying? Sade didn't move away. Okay, I'm going. Like, I don't care where you at.
Right.
My family, I'm right there. I rarely miss something. So much so that when my mom was in the hospital, I was still trying to go places and do this and do that. To where I remember I was crying one night, like, dang, I'm missing her birthday party. Like, and it took me, I sent a long text. I was like, I literally can't do it. I can't do it.
Knowing that that's understood.
Yeah,
that ain't even
girl, I didn't want you to come anyway.
What?
Like, she was like, I really wasn't expecting. Of course, I'm going to invite you because that's what, you know, that's what it is. But I wasn't expecting you to actually come, especially be so upset that you can't come.
Right.
But just the love and respect that I'm showing makes me happy. That's it. I don't know. But far as like, oh, I love this makes me happy and this makes me happy. I'm not that. And I told my students, don't say I'm not. Say I'm not that yet. Like, I teach yet. I don't know how to do it yet. So I'm not that person yet. And I think that I know that I have found happiness in human form. That I'm not talking about yet. But and I think that is going to be my way in to find out what makes me happy. Because sometimes a person is going to make you figure out, they're going to try everything in the world to figure out what makes you happy so that they can continue to. So I think that my happiness is human form is going to lead me to the direction of
absolutely,
to answer that question correctly. Because right now, my mama, like, my mama, my friends, my family, like, I'm cool. I'm cool. And their not dedication to me, but their respect for me. That's it. Other than that, I'm happy for my friends. I'm happy for my mama. She looks well, like Brittany just told
me.
She
looks good. Looks like herself. Yes, she does. Yes, she does.
So that's what I take pride in. I will say I'm very happy about my relationship with God. That brings me happiness because I can just call on His name, and I know that He knows me, and I know that He knows my voice because we have a relationship. I don't just know God; we have a relationship.
Yeah.
You know, like, and that's for me. And I'm not saying for me. I feel like my goal was never to talk to God. My goal was for Him to talk back to me. Like, I need a conversation with you. And that has brought me to so many. It just brought me out of so many dark places. So I'm happy about that. I'm just happy. I don't know. And I'm always like, I'm kind of always like, okay.
Yeah,
Let's
pretty much.
and I think my mama said this, like, when it comes to me, I'd be like, oh, yeah, whatever. But
Yeah.
I got
That's her. Definitely.
This is what it is.
Definitely.
This is what it is. But that's what makes me happy. And I don't know why Brittany asked me that, but as soon as we cut this off, I'm going to ask her why she asked me that, because I feel like she asked me that for a reason or for someone. So I'm definitely going to ask her that. Do you have any last remarks?
I am honored that you wanted to interview me.
Me too. I'm honored.
This didn't even, honestly, this is us on a regular basis.
Yeah.
This ain't even like,
before we cut this camera, we was doing this.
Yes.
After we cut it off, we gonna be doing.
Yep. But I'm honored. I'm humbled that you wanted me to be a part of this. I'm so glad that I could be here.
First celebrity.
See?
Hall of Fame.
Mm-hmm.
Her. Brittany Starling-Lee. Bye.